Hey everyone, it's Jordan, the Millionaire Millennial. I want to let everyone know that I'm not going to be live streaming on YouTube anymore. I'm only going to be live streaming on Instagram. So if you want to ask me questions and come to my live Q&A sessions, go follow me on Instagram and click the bell so you get notified whenever I start live streaming, so you can immediately come in and start asking me questions directly that I can answer. Like I said, no more live streams here on YouTube, only on my Instagram, so go follow me on Instagram. You can get the link to my Instagram in the description. So after that announcement, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. A lot of people are very concerned about the risks associated with selling on Amazon, and they're worried about losing their money. A lot of this is entirely fear-driven. Although the fear is understood, it is not justified. All right, so I'm going to be going through the several different things that people consider to be a high risk when selling on Amazon, and we'll be debunking all of those. And if there's any risks that you can think of, go ahead and comment on this video with those risks, and I'm sure I'll be happy to debunk them in the comment section. But in this video, I'm going to be going through a few of them that people have come to me and told me about, and that I've told them that they are just completely fear-driven and they're not really risks at all. The first one is getting scammed by a supplier. A lot of people think, well, I'm buying a bunch of stuff from China, and is that super reliable? I send them $1,000 and supposedly they're going to send me products, and I feel like that's too risky. I feel like they might scam me, keep my money and not send me anything, or the stuff they send me is total garbage. This is something that a lot of people view as high risk and are very afraid of. In reality, this is actually one of the lowest risks in the Amazon business. So to avoid this happening at all you have to do is pay using Alibaba Trade Assurance or PayPal or some other third-party payment fulfillment network that guarantees that you get your products. PayPal and Alibaba Trade Assurance are the two that I always use, and I've never had any problems. Everybody that I know that uses these have never had any problems. Even when the supplier does not deliver, you will get a full refund guaranteed, no questions asked, and it's not a problem. Now the second side of this is, what if they do deliver, but the products that they deliver are terrible, right? They're not what you were expecting at all. There's not what you talked about. They're just terrible. They're just not up to the quality that you were hoping for. Well, what you can do is you can easily get at least a partial refund, and in some cases a full refund directly from the manufacturer. If they will not refund you, you can go to Alibaba directly and they will refund you, and in some cases they will actually just repair the goods, right? So even though they've shipped them, you ship them back to them. They'll pay the return shipping, they'll pay all of that, and then they will repair the products for you, make them up to the spec that you want, and then they'll ship them back. So I know this sounds like a huge headache, and so that's why I really like to have my manufacturers send me a sample of the product first before they begin manufacturing and mass producing the product, just so I can check to verify that the product that I'm going to receive is going to be up to spec. Now another huge risk, and I think everybody thinks of this risk, including myself, is what happens when I bring all my goods in, get them into the warehouse, but they don't sell. So I've got 500, 600, 1,000 units of this product that I just can't seem to sell. I've got great pictures, I've got a great listing, I'm running the right pay-per-click advertising, I'm doing everything that I should be doing, but for reasons beyond what I understand, the product just isn't selling. So what can I do to minimize this risk or just get rid of it entirely? Well, let's jump into my computer real fast and I'm going to show you exactly how to minimize the risk of buying a product and then having it not sell. So I've got this spreadsheet open here, and this is actually a product that I used to sell that was a total flop. I bought it, I imported it, I paid for shipping, I paid for the products, everything turned out well, it all looked good, I had great pictures, great listing, everything that you're supposed to do, but it just didn't sell. And this was a product that I launched when I first started, so I didn't really fully understand what I was doing. Looking back, I know exactly what I did wrong, but I needed a way to get rid of this product so that I could have the money back that I spent on it in order to start a new product, okay? So this is flop product is what I ended up calling it. So I'm going to run through the numbers real fast so you get an understanding of what happened with this product and what I did to minimize the risk of the fact that it didn't sell at all. So I bought 200 units at $5.37 each, and I paid $460 in shipping total, right? So the total cost out of my pocket was a little over $1,500. So this product was not actually sold for $12.70. It was actually sold for around $24. This was the average price for this product among my competition. This product ranged from $19.99 to $29.99 for the more like elite version of it. But I priced my product at $24, and I thought that that was a good fair price, and I thought that it would sell. I was completely wrong. I ended up lowering the price down to $19.99, and it still wasn't selling. So even at, I'll put that in right, even at $19, it was not selling. So I decided that I just needed to get rid of this product and start with a new fresh, but I didn't want to lose that $1,500 that I paid for this product. So how was I going to get rid of this product? So I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I calculated the break-even price, and then I sold it at that break-even price. And the reason it sold at that break-even price is because it was so low compared to my competition. It was actually half the price of most of my competition, that if you were to search for any of the keywords for this product and then sort price low to high, my product was right there. It was number one. Now, a lot of people do this when they're buying on Amazon. They want the cheapest option. They don't really care for the higher end version of things. They just want the cheapest option, and so they'll get in there, they'll search for something, and they'll sort by price low to high, and then if your product is right there, they'll just buy it. They won't really look at the pictures or the description or the bullet points. It doesn't matter if your listing's good. It doesn't matter if the product's good. They'll end up just buying it anyways, just because it's the cheapest possible option, and it's half the price of all your competition. Now, going back a second, I want to show you that at $24, my return was a little over 100%. This is something I always like to shoot for, because now I can lower my price to half that price and I will still break even, all right? Because if you have a return that's over 100%, you have a lot of room to go down in case you need to drop your price due to competition or drop your price due to this problem of it not selling. And so you always kind of want to go for a return that's around 100 or a little more, unless you're 100% sure that it's going to sell. So for your first product or for your first few products, you might want to try to get a return that's around 100, or a little over 100 would be even better. So how do you calculate the break-even price? Well, I just used Excel for this, but it's the cost and the fees divided by the total number of items. And that makes sense. It's your total cost divided by the total number of items. As long as you sell it for that much, then you'll make as much back. Now, what is the cost and fees? Right, the total cost and fees are going to be the number of items times the buy price, plus the shipping total, plus the FBA fees per item times the number of items, obviously, right? So it's all of your fees for FBA and all of your fees for shipping and your total inventory cost all added together will give you your total cost and fees. Now, notice the total cost of fees was more than the cost to buy, because this includes Amazon fees, which you don't pay until you sell the product. So right now it says the break-even price is $14.39. It's actually a little lower than that because the FBA fee is variable on 15%. So as we lower the sell price, it will actually lower the break-even price. This break-even price, I think, was around $12.70. As you can see, that's about right. And so we actually ended up netting 1 penny per unit. And this is exactly what I did. I dropped the price down to $12.70 and ended up making only $1 on this entire product. But I did not lose any money. There was no risk associated with this. So once I dropped the price down this low, I ended up selling them off very fast and got rid of the whole inventory and was able to start a new order with a different product. So if you're stuck with inventory and it's very slow moving or not moving at all, and you just want to get rid of it, you're like, I don't want this anymore, I want to move on to a different product, this is one of the best options to do, because you can just drop the price down and it will sell out, and then you can move forward onto your next product. And there's really not a lot of risk associated with buying a product and selling it on Amazon, because you're able to liquidate so quickly and so efficiently on the Amazon platform. Now you can combine this method to get rid of inventory another way by just cross-listing it on eBay or cross-listing it on Facebook Marketplace or any other retailer that allows you to sell on their platform. And all you'll have to do is set up a fulfillment order. Whenever someone buys on eBay, you can go into Amazon and Seller Central, and you can click the little drop down that says create fulfillment order, put in the person that bought its address, and it'll ship to them. And you'll end up paying around the same FBA fee. So you can still sell it for the $12.70, and you'll still break even when you're selling it on a different platform. That's the power of using FBA and using Amazon's network is because you can now sell that product anywhere pretty much in the world, and you'll end up only having to pay the FBA fee. Now, I know there's several other risks associated with selling on Amazon, and if you have any risks that you want to talk about, feel free to comment on them below, and I'll probably be able to debunk them, because there's a lot of myths that are just fear driven. Most people don't want to risk $1,000 or $100 or even $20 to start on the path to changing their life, because if you can start selling on Amazon, you can easily become financially free, and that's just a huge life changer. So although you might see it as risky, it's absolutely not, and it can really change your life. So if you have any doubts, go ahead and comment them below, and I will debunk those the best I can, and hopefully that'll give you a little confidence boost to start selling on Amazon today. So I hope this video helped you out, and like I said, go follow me on Instagram for all of my live Q&As, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.